Hey guys, my name is Juan and welcome to my channel. On today's video we'll be talking about different breathing techniques to optimize your life. Stay tuned. Breathing technique number 1, Buteyko breathing. This technique, I originally learned it from a book called Oxygen Advantage. I recommend you guys read that book. It's really interesting, or at least get the audiobook, because then you can listen to it whenever you want, and it's really good. So this technique is named after a Russian physician, and the gist of this technique is that if you stop mouth breathing and you engage in slow but very quiet breathing like this. Yep, did you hear that? No, because that's how you're supposed to breathe. And when you breathe like that, you oxygenate your organs and your tissues much better than if you were to breathe through your mouth like this, or like if you were to breathe really heavy and fast, like obviously if you're working out, then that'll be another thing. Like you cannot, like it'll be really hard to breathe really slowly. But if throughout your normal life, then I would suggest breathing quiet, and like this technique suggests. Okay, so this technique will keep you from inhaling too much oxygen and exhaling too much carbon monoxide. And it will also keep your blood pH levels stable throughout the day. I know we're led to believe that we need to take super huge breath of air and exhale all the carbon monoxide, but that's a myth. You need some carbon monoxide for you to be able to take in oxygen, because carbon monoxide actually helps release oxygen from the red blood cell, so then new oxygen can go inside the blood cell. It helps you really like absorb the oxygen into your red blood cells. So without carbon monoxide, your body wouldn't oxygenate its blood properly, and you would you would die. So yeah, you need some carbon monoxide. Too much carbon monoxide and then you can die, but too little carbon monoxide and you could die also. So you just need a little bit, but you need it. So that's why breathing through your nose keeps the right amount of carbon monoxide inside you, and then you can breathe in that air. Also, when you breathe through your nose, you release nitric oxide into your bloodstream way more than when you breathe through your mouth. So I read in the book, or I actually heard in the book, because I have the audiobook. I heard in the audiobook it was something like 15,000 parts per million when you breathe in through your nose, and only like 1 part per million when you breathe through your mouth, apparently. I think that's what I heard in the book. Yeah, that's crazy, right? So like, yeah, it gives you a big boost of energy when you breathe through your nose too. So yeah, keep that in mind. So the 2 ways to promote Buteyko breathing is to do a control pause and to practice mouth taping. So mouth taping, you would take tape. They usually have it in Amazon. It's like a mouth-shaped tape, or even just regular tape, and tape your mouth while you're sleeping. and you'll get used to breathing through your nose. So the control pause, you would want to rest for 10 minutes without doing nothing, just relaxing, so you get an accurate test of your control pause. So you would breathe in normally through the nose, breathing out normally, and then breathing normally in through the nose, then breathe out normally through the nose, and then hold your breath and start counting until you notice that there's a little bit of discomfort, just like a little bit. The first sign that you want to breathe, then you start breathing normally, and then you pause the time. You pause the timer as soon as you start breathing normally, and that's your control pause. So so a control pause of 15 seconds or lower, it indicates that you have respiratory issues. A control pause that's 30 seconds or like about 30 seconds or lower, you have room for improvement. 30 seconds is good. Well, I guess 29 seconds and lower is room for improvement, and 30 seconds is good. 45 seconds is very good, and if you are able to have a control pause of 60 seconds, the original physician in Russia, Buteyko, said that you would be immune to illness. Obviously, I don't think that's the case, but you'll be very well off. So the next breathing technique I want to go over is the box breathing technique. This technique is very good for quieting the mind on stressful situations. It's very useful. I suggest you incorporate it into your lifestyle wherever you can, whenever you're facing something stressful or whenever you wanna really get grounded. A super useful technique. So you can find a comfortable place to sit down, or just find a place where you can start breathing like this, and what you want to do is breathe through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds with your mouth. Through your mouth. And hold it for 4 seconds. And repeat that cycle over and over again until you feel calmer. This is breathing technique number 3. I'm talking about holotropic breathing. This technique was invented by Stan Grof in the 1960s when he was working on LSD research and it got banned. So he was looking for an alternative that would produce some of the same results he was getting with that research. So he found holotropic breathing. So normally what you would do is you would lay down and you would make sure it's nice and dark, maybe put a towel over your face and get a pillow and a blanket, and you would start to breathe in and out all the way, deep and out, in and out, in and out, usually to the beat of a drum, or someone is dictating you to breathe in or out for about 2 to 3 hours. There is a guided holotropic breathwork meditation on YouTube, and it's 2 hours. It's pretty cool. I suggest you check it out. It's probably the top result of the YouTube search when you search holotropic breathwork meditation, I believe. And yep. So a small disclaimer. I consider holotropic breathwork as a hormetic stressor. Done in small amounts is good for you. In huge amounts, it could be bad for you. Like I talked about in the first point, if you overbreathe, you can get health problems. So just do it once in a while. Some of the benefits of holotropic breathwork are a sense of calm and creativity. You can reduce stress, and it usually helps you to dissolve your ego, so therefore you're able to process trauma better, and then you could let go of trauma, hopefully. And that's the main cases for holotropic breathwork, or what I think I would use holotropic breathwork for. And yeah, it's like a therapy. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you're here at the end of my video, I thank you so much. It means a lot. If you haven't already, subscribe, and remember to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me a lot. And see you guys next time. Peace.